Good evening and welcome to my 31st episode of my weekly 10 show. Okay, so before I go into tonight's show, I just wanted to point out that I've got a new resource on my website available for everybody to sign up for today. If you're interested, go over to my website, which I'll leave in the box below in the comments box. It's called Obstacles to Stepping Stones, and it's a free resource to a 3-step resource on how you can turn any obstacle in front of you into a stepping stone. Okay, and also by doing so, you'll sign up for my weekly newsletter where you'll get great information about my upcoming podcast, my articles, and my book, which I'm writing now. Okay, so today's show, I'm talking about how expectancy leads to disappointment. Okay, so when I say expectancy, I'm not just talking about people, I'm talking about anything. Okay, so yes, we can expect something of a person, they can let us down, and that can lead us to be disappointed about whatever it may be, okay? But it's also relevant when we're thinking about our own situation, whatever that may be. We might expect something to happen a certain way, and it doesn't happen a certain way, and that lets us down, we feel crap because of that. And that is relevant to what I've been going through in my own situation, which is why I really wanted to talk about it tonight, to be honest with you. You know, you get these ideas in your head and you think to yourself, this is how I want something to turn out. And when you expect it to turn out a certain way, and then things don't happen the way you think they should, then what happens is you feel low, you feel crap, and you feel deflated, and then you go off course. You fall away from where you actually want to be and which direction you want to be moving in. And that's relevant also with people. When I started out coaching, there was friends and people around me who I expected to be a certain way, but when I found out that they weren't, it left me feeling deflated. It left me feeling, I don't know, crap, judged. I didn't want, I was like, these people are supposed to be my friends, but I now realise that wasn't their fault. It's the way I see it. And if you're seeing things in a certain way, if you're expecting things a certain way to happen a certain way, then naturally when they don't happen a certain way, you're the one who feels deflated as a result. So what I really want to focus on is how we can remove those expectancies so that we're not ever let down. We're never feeling like we're deflated or we shouldn't be, judged or whatever it may be when we're moving forward in life. And that's relevant also in terms of when I'm writing my book. And I've been writing my book I should say attempting to write my book for a long while now. But one of the things that's held me back with that is the fact that there's stuff in it that I don't feel comfortable about writing about. Stuff in my past. And because I expect certain judgments or people to see it or read it in a certain way, that's held me back because I've been like, oh well, I don't really want this to write about that. But the thing is, I'm writing about my story, so you have to write about the things that you don't want to write about as well as the things you do want to write about. So because I had an expectancy of how certain people might perceive that, it lowered my general energy, the way I felt about it, and it held me back. So when I remove that expectancy though, when I look at it from a completely blank canvas without any sort of ideas of how people might perceive it or think about it, then what happens is my energy rises, I feel better about it, and I feel much more confident about writing it. So since I've started to learn that it's my own expectancy that holds me back in certain situations, it's become a lot more easier to actually move forward and do the things that I actually want to do. And that's relevant to everybody. Because in life, we all create this idea in our head about what we think should happen or what we want to happen. And when it doesn't happen the way we think it should, then what happens is it leaves us feeling, crap. And that's whether it's friends, it's situations, or whatever your personal current circumstances may be. So what I really want to do is share 3 things that I do that help me stay on track to where I want to be and what I want to do. And since I've been doing this, it's helped me really start being more productive, much more constructive in what I do, and keep my energy feeling a lot higher than where it would be when I start questioning things and having those doubts and, feeling like people are going to judge you or whatever it may be. The first thing is always have belief in yourself. See, you talk about expectancy of other people, but the one thing you should always have is expectancy of yourself. Always believe in yourself. Be clear in your mind that you can do anything you put your mind to. There's nothing stopping you. So if you're wanting to move forward and do something in life, but you're holding yourself back because it means moving out of your comfort zone, and you think, oh, this will happen or that will happen, that's expectancy. Because what you're doing is you're creating a narrative in your mind where you're saying to yourself, if I do this, that's going to happen. You don't know that. That's only one perspective. And usually those perspectives are born from your own fear. So in my situation, my fear was that people would judge me if I write about certain things in my past. So it was holding me back from being productive and moving forward with that. So I've spoken to people this week who are in a similar situation. They're ready to move forward with their life. They really want to do things with their life, but for whatever reason, they don't, because it means moving out of their comfort zone and doing something that they feel would result in either people turning their back on them or looking at them in a different way, stuff like that. So they expect a situation to turn out a certain way, when in reality, it probably won't. Well, it definitely won't happen the way they think it will. Because when you think about that, there's thousands of different perspectives we can choose. We only ever choose the ones that come from our fear. That's what tends to happen. We look at our perspectives and we think, oh, that's going to happen. But that's usually born out of our own beliefs, our own fears, our own concerns, assumptions, interpretations of situations, which are often not correct. So when you completely remove those barriers, you suddenly see things clearly, objectively, without that. And luckily, I've got good people around me who have been able to say to me, Mark, that's not going to happen. Or even if it does happen, so what? So have belief in yourself. Always focus on what you're doing. And don't worry about what other people might think or might do or what might happen. Because 9 times out of 10, that won't happen. Worries are born out of what we fear. They're not real. The second one is always have faith in yourself. Have faith. So even if you're moving into something that you've never done before, like for me writing a book, have faith that you will do it and you'll do it well. So if you're looking to move forward, for instance, and do coaching, and I've had this with a few people in the last week or so, where they want to do it, but they're nervous. They're not sure how to go about it. They're worried about it. For whatever reason, they feel uncomfortable because it's new and they haven't done something like this before. So they hold themselves back and they don't take that step into the unknown. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that whatever you decide to do, it will turn out the way you want it to. Because when you believe in yourself and when you have faith in yourself, things happen the right way. Take that expectancy away and everything that happens will happen the way you want it to happen. And thirdly, be in the moment. Always be in the moment, in the now, in this present moment. If you look at some of my posts this week, it's all about that. Because being in this moment means that you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the past. So the future is worries. We're worrying about things, how things might happen. Like me worrying about how people might perceive my book. Or how people might judge. It's worries. It's built out of fear. And fear is not real. It's what we think is happening when it's not really happening that way. So remove all of those by being in the moment. When you're in the moment, you're not thinking about the past. You're not thinking about the future. You're only thinking about what's going on right now in this very, very moment. And that is when you're at the most productive, when you're most constructive and happiest in life. Because you're living life. You're not focusing on what could happen or might happen or won't happen or whatever happened in the past. You're only focusing on what's happening right now. So those 3 things are fundamental to really moving forward in life. Believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, and living in the moment, being in the now, right now, this moment here. Focusing on that. Do it every day. Now, the one way to do that is to set your alarm on your phone for every hour, and every hour just become conscious of what your thoughts are and bring yourself back to that moment. So you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the past, you're thinking about what's going on right now in front of you. That's how you focus on being in the moment. As a coach, I help people do that daily. That's what I do. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, I can help you. So just get in touch. But those three things are fundamental. The one thing you've got to remember is the only constant in life is change. Everything changes. People change, situations change. So whatever you currently think about a situation is not going to happen. It will change. It will change in a way you won't even imagine it will change. Evidence is with me. Everything I've been doing in this last few months has changed every week. From writing an article to now writing a book to being involved in different networking groups, doing live speaking events. Everything has happened. One door opens another. And before you know it, you're going in a completely different direction to the one you expected to at the start. So whatever you expected to happen at that start changes. It completely changes how you never imagined it to. So once you take that step into the unknown, things start to happen in a positive way. So having faith in yourself that things will just turn out. Living in the moment, have faith in yourself and believe in yourself, and then magic happens. Believe me, it's happening for me, and I help people do that every day as well on a one-to-one basis. So if you want me to help you do that, I can help you with that. So there's no barrier to success when you remove the barriers in your mind, and those barriers are expectancy and worries and thinking about the past and not living in the moment. So like I said, I'm going to leave my details, my contact details, my website in the box at the bottom. If you're interested in getting to in taking me up on that Obstacles to Stepping Stones resource, it's really helpful. It's a 3-step resource, and it'll help you just move forward now and get free of any barriers that are currently holding you back. Check it out. Drop me your email address, and I'll be in touch with you. But for now, I hope this has been helpful to some of you, and I will speak to you all soon. See you soon. Bye.